Well, here on Wednesdays, we do like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group CommonGround. CommonGround is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. So joining us now is volunteer Karol Swan. And Karol, nice to see you today.
Oh, it's so good to be here. It's such a beautiful day out and harvest is getting close. We did ensilage yesterday. So anyways, I was at the beef pit and at the state fair, and we have a big tray of corn. I always say corn must be the vegetable of America or the side dish for America, because I think every place you go, there's a side dish of sweet corn. So the canned whole kernel corn, that's what we served with lots of butter. It was delicious. A lot of people took two side dishes. They had options there. So somebody asked, how come the sweet corn that we eat here seasonally in Nebraska is different than the whole kernel corn? It's essentially the same. It's just a production method or a variety that corn farmers in Minnesota and Wisconsin, they're the ones that mostly raise our corn that's frozen and canned. And it's a variety that withstands the canning process and the freezing process. Family farmers, there again, contract with the canning companies to make sure they get the proper corn planted. And like I said, it's just family farms that contract, just like they do with seed corn or with white corn or popcorn, to contract so that companies have a supply to get the product out to the consumer. So it's a little different processing. They strip the whole kernel off. They cut so the cob is just tiny when it comes out of the cutter. And then they wash the cob residues off the whole corn. Thus you end up with, as the can says, whole kernel corn. And Nebraska doesn't raise a whole lot of this whole kernel corn. In fact, they don't do any for the canning. Like I said, it's Minnesota and Wisconsin. And about 1% of all corn in our nation goes into the canning and freezing process. And a lot of that also is in the fresh process. So we like to talk about different kinds of corn, because Nebraska, we are number 3 nationwide is raising our yellow dent corn that we all know. That's the fields all over. That goes to livestock feed and into the ethanol industry. Some of it goes into food grade also for your cornmeal and your corn flour. And there's some producers that go through some protocols to make sure it's food grade corn. This is our sweet corn. It's nice and soft, and it's fresh, and it's pretty. It's the yellow and white. That's such a favorite of most everybody.
Yeah, and you can still find it. I know we had some just on Sunday. So.
Yeah, it's so good.
All right. Well, Karol, thank you for all that information today. I learned a lot about it as well. And I know you are back with a recipe to share in just a bit. Maybe give people a hint as to what it is.
Yeah. Happy to do it.
Can you tell people what it is? Give people a hint?
Oh, okay. It's a dip.
It's a dip.
It's
okay.
A dip.
All right. So stick around for that. It's good stuff. All right. Thank you, Karol.